Welcome back to the Los Angeles Angels Draft Only franchise. We got through the first 3 series in this 2029 season, and now it's time to get a first look at the players available in the draft. See, we picked 5th. We also get a pick at 31. That's the PPI pick that we got for Edgar Mota winning Rookie of the Year. And we also pick at 47. So 3 guys going to go in the top 50, 4 guys in the top 100. And we're going to go by position first. You can see pictured Bobby Sherman, number 1. Jeffrey Hatch, number 2, both 21-year-old players. There's another 21-year-old, Fernando Armas, ranked 4th. Very pitcher-heavy in the 20s, college-age pitchers. Ben Ruiz, number 5. Go down to, let's see, relievers. Got a few guys in here. Closers. Looks like we have several guys here at the top. Catchers, we got number 20 guy here with Will McGee, Dan Glass, Emil Fuentes, Fernando Veliz. We got 3 guys here with possible 99 potential. This guy's probably the only one that's closest to being someone that could be generational. We'll see. We'll get them all scouted up. First base, we got Pedro Guevara, another one with 99 potential. Second base, Jeremy Knowles. Garrett Sutherland could be an A potential guy. Third base, we got Manuel Madrid. Could be a generational guy there. He's too close to be one. He's not 18. Shortstop, Dennis Talley. Ray Harvey. Pi Gonzalez. You got 3 more guys that could be generational. Left fielder, Freddie Berg, 21 years old, but he could be one of those guys that could start out high overall, but not a really high ceiling, right? High floor, low ceiling. Ramon Benitez, Brett Snyder. These guys could be second-round pick options. Center fielder, David Boucher. Danny Hinton. Both these guys could be good with 18-year-old, 99 potential. They could be possible generational guys as well. Right field, Tyrell Ritson. He's 21 years old. Could be another one of those guys that has a high floor, low ceiling. Mike Phillips. He's possible potential 99 overall guy. So it looks like we have a wide range of hitters. Let's go back to the top here. So we got some 20-year-old, 19-year-old pitchers at the top. 19-year-old third baseman. 22-year-old pitcher, 21-year-old. We get to a bunch of 18-year-olds here. Another group of 18-year-olds. More 18 guys. We have some possibilities here at the top of the draft. The only problem with that many 18-year-olds is it usually takes 3 to 4 weeks to scout them. We don't have time to scout all those guys, so we'll have to go in and look. This guy is maxed out. My goodness. He could start right now in the major leagues. No, let me take that back. He's not good. 97 potential, 99 overall. He's going to be a higher overall than his potential, so he's going to regress right at the rip. He is off our board immediately. Jeffrey Hatch doesn't have a ton of strikeouts. Good walks per 9, though. Great stamina and velocity. Manuel Madrid, somewhat flat. Doesn't have a great arm. He looks more like a second baseman than a third baseman. Fernando Armas, low hits per 9. Good home runs. Ben Ruiz, 22-year-old guy, another high strikeout guy, but low walks and home runs. Might not sim very well. Ritson, great speed and stealing, but he's not going to come in at the top at that. 21-year-olds don't do that, so you got to take about 10 off the board across the board, and that's not going to be good there. Phillips, much better fielder than he is a hitter. Boucher, again, much better arm strength, speed, and stealing than contact. I don't think he's going to be much there. Hinton, again, speed and stealing, max out at 99. Is going to drop all that on the hitting side down into the 40s maximum. Freddie Berg, not bad. Really good defense. Stealing means he's not going to come in at the top, so all of a sudden you're looking in the low 60s, high 50s. Ramon Benitez. It's a possibility he could max out. Doesn't have great contact. Great power, though. Great speed. Talley. Great contact hitter. Great fielder. Great speed. He definitely could come in at the top, but I kind of doubt you're going to have contact at 98 right off the rip. Harvey. He is flat. Look at that. That is the kind. That's what Mota looked like. That's what Frank's looked like. This guy could be generational with really good speed. So we'll have to definitely take a look at him. 5'8" though. Maybe he can slide over and play second base, play third. I don't know. Ross, very tight split there, so he's not going to have. He's not going to be 99, 91 right off the rip. So he'll probably be in the lower end. Great contact, no power there. 99 stealing's not going to come in, so everything's going to be dropped. So now you're looking at 60 contact, 50 contact against righties and lefties. So that's going to knock everything down. He'll be more of a defensive player. Sutherland, 99 arm strength is not going to start there, so knock it down. But even if he gets knocked down 10, that's still a really good hitter with really good speed and arm. Almost want to put him in the outfield with that arm. Guevara, you don't see 99s there, so he could actually come in at 99 and be maxed out. This guy could be generational as well. Older first baseman. There's a first look at a catcher. Probably not going to come in at the top there, but even if you take 10 off there, he's going to have great contact vision, discipline, great arm, just not going to have a ton of power. Last, same thing. He's not going to come in at the max, those 99 arm strength, so going to have contact in the 40s then, but power in the 70s and 80s. 22-year-old here. Not a bad split there. Wouldn't be a bad choice. Closer, maybe we can get him in their second pick. Really stock up in the bullpen. Another 18-year-old pitcher that can't strike anybody out. Could be a relief pitcher with that stamina. So we will just get into this. I will get these guys scouted up, give you updates as the season progresses. But there's another guy. Well, he won't be any 99, so he's going to come in probably in the 40s and 30s with his contact and power. There's a third baseman that could come in 10 lower, high 40s, low 50s on his contact and power. But like I said, we'll get these guys scouted up. Definitely want to look at these shortstops because this guy right here looks like he could be something with that flat, nothing in the 90s. And also at first base, Guevara, awesome power there and arm strength. He could play the outfield at 6'5" as well. Another left-handed bat though. He had so many left-handed bats, but you can see we're going to scout international pitchers, international starting pitchers as a position, and I'm going to go look at the shortstop right off the rip. He's the one I want to look at the most because that's what you're looking for. When you're looking at a guy, you want to see those high numbers on the present be flat. Flat as possible with nothing in the 99 range. And we saw that with Moto. We saw it with Franks. We'll find out with him real quick, and then we'll move on to some other guys.
And while we're on the subject of prospects, we're going to drop down to AAA as the Salt Lake City Bees are going to take on the Las Vegas Aviators, and we are going to highlight one of our pitchers down here, Richard Duke. You can see his ratings right there. Not a big strikeout guy. He's a number 9 prospect in our organization, number 77 overall. And you can see first pitch there to Corey Julks is going to be low for a ball. I'm going to show Dukes today. He's very close to being Major League ready. And I want to get you eyes on him before he comes up to the majors, and you have no history with him as he shows a leadoff walk there to Corey Julks. And we didn't score in the first, and now Vegas has their leadoff man on as Owen Miller coming up. He's down to count 0-2 now. Here's the pitch, and swings through the curveball and strikes out. So Duke, he said, not a big strikeout pitcher, gets a strikeout there for the first out of the game. That brings in Emmanuel Rivera, first baseman. Big guy's got some pop. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Knocked down by Guzman. Picks it up and throw to first, and he's late. So Rivera gets an infield single. So now the Aviators are going to have 2 on and 1 out for Denzel Clark. Here's a smash into center field. That's going to drop and be a base hit. The throw comes back in, and Vegas is going to be on the board first. Back-to-back singles. Taking an early 1-0 lead. Now Dominic Fletcher coming up. Every one of these batters in the starting lineup today for Las Vegas has Major League experience. 3-2 count on Fletcher. Here's a pitch from Duke. And it's going to be a ground ball, second base. Throw to second for 1. Relay to first. And they get him. There we go. 4-6-3 double play. Keeps this down to a 1-run game. Vegas flirting with a big inning to start things. Bees defense came through when they needed it most. And we're going to pick this up here in the bottom of the second inning. Still 1-0 Vegas. We're just going to show you Richard Duke pitching. And there's a shot down the left field line. Wagner. Oh, he just missed a home run. Curved foul at the last minute. He missed by 9.7 feet. So now we got a 2-2 count on Wagner. Here's the pitch. And he swings through the fastball in the inner half and strikes out. So Duke gets another strikeout. Second of the day. Now bring in Cooper Bowman. He's hitting 500 on the season. Not a whole lot of at-bats, though. Here's the 1-1 pitch to him. And it's going to be a ground ball snagged at first base. Cavadas and keeps it out of the corner for the second out. I'll bring in Luke Mann, the shortstop. Like I said, Duke doesn't strike out a lot of the guys. Pitches to contact. He's got 5 pitches. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swings through that and strikes out on a curveball. So Duke, 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. Feeling it just a little bit here after he dodged that busy first inning. Now it's still 1-0. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Catcher Caleb Lomavita in, leading things off for the Aviators. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Duke. And taps that foul. Now work that count to 3-2. Here's the pitch from Duke. And, oh, he just missed with the changeup. So they're going to get their leadoff man on here. I'll bring in Corey Julks. He walked to start the game. 1 on, nobody out. He's already worked the count to 3-1. Duke in trouble again here in the third. And there's ball 4 in the inner half. So get the first 2 guys on via walk. Duke flirting with trouble here. He's only down 1-0. It could be a lot worse than that. Needs a pop out and double play here. Owen Miller up now. Miller down on the count 0-2. Here's a pitch from Duke. And it's going to be a ground ball snagged by Cavadas. Throws the second for 1. The relay to the pitcher. And Duke doesn't get there. Runner beats it out. So we got men at the corners now with 1 out. Rivera, infield single his last time. Looking to expand this Vegas lead. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3 at the letters. Nice cutter there for the second out. That was a huge out for Duke. Now to bring in Clark. Got the RBI single in the first. See if Duke can pitch out of this jam. Keep this a 1-0 game. Being tested really early in this game. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he swings through that cutter and strikes out. So Duke walks the first 2 guys of the inning. Strikes out the last 2 guys. He's allowed some base runners early, but he's pitched around it. We're down 1-0 after 3. And Nico Cavadas is going to tie the game with a leadoff home run here in the 4th inning. Now we go to the bottom half. Dominic Fletcher's going to lead things off. He's down on the count. 0-2. Duke kicks and fires. And strike 3 on the outside edge. Curveball just clipped the edge. And that's strikeout number 6. My goodness. It's only got a 48 strikeouts per 9 rating. Brings in Max Wagner. 1-1 pitch to him. That's going to be a ground ball back to Duke. Easy grab. A little jog to first, and he throws for the second out. Help himself there on defense. In steps Cooper Bowman, 0 for 1 with a ground out. He's having a great season so far. Here's the 1-1 pitch to him. And it's going to be a pop-up in the infield. Guzman racing over near the bag at second, and he's got it for the third out. Much more economical inning. That inning only needed 9 pitches as we're through 4. Then we hop to the bottom of the 5th, still tied 1-1. Luke Mann struck out his first time, having a rough series. He's going to lead things off here for the Aviators. Here's Duke's 1-2 pitch. Swings through the fastball up and in, and that's the first out. Strikeout number 7. That'll bring the catcher, Lomavita. Walked his first time. Worked it full again. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Canone's racing over towards the corner, and he's got it on the run for the second out. That'll bring in the leadoff hitter, Corey Julks. He's walked twice so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a fly ball in the right field. Rincone's drifting back again, and he's going to have that for the third out. So another quick inning, only 11 pitches. We go to the 6th. We need some runs. And Calabrese is going to fly out. Cavadas singles. Colas with an RBI double makes it 2-1. That's where he picked this off in the bottom of the 6th inning. Owen Miller leading things off here. Bees rallying, taking this 2-1 lead. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That's going to be a shot into right field. Rincone's, and it's going to drop in front of him for a base hit. So Vegas is going to have their leadoff man on again with a bloop single by Miller, and that'll bring in Rivera. So he's 1 for 2. Struck out, singled, down on the count, 1-2. Here's Duke's pitch, and he swings through the curveball and strikes out. Strikeout number 8. Man, for a guy who doesn't strike out a lot of batters, he is on a roll today, and that'll bring in Denzel Clark. He's driven in the only run for Las Vegas today. See our bullpen's getting ready. All those strikeouts, run up your pitch count. He's up to 84 right now. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swings through it and strikes out on the cutter. Another K, number 9 for Duke. Definitely a season high. I don't know if that's a career high or not. That'll bring in Dominic Fletcher with 1 on and 2 out. 2-2 count. Here's a pitch from Duke. This can be a fly ball into right field. Canoni's drifting back and shy of the track, and he's going to have that for the 3rd out. So we pitch around a leadoff single. The Bees are up 2-1 as we go to the 7th inning. And Guzman's going to lead off the 7th with a double. Montgomery grounds out. Wong grounds out. Jose Rodriguez, 2-run shot. It's now 4-1 Bees. And we're going to pick this up in the bottom of the 7th. And Duke's had enough. We're going to take him out. He's tired. And we're going to go to the pen and bring in Bill Perez, one of our top pitching prospects. Wagner singles. Bowman fielder's choice. Mann strikes out. Loma Vida strikes out. There we go. Go to the 8th inning. Vadas flies out. Colas lines out. Rancone singles. Keyboom strikes out. Go to the bottom half. Schultz with a single. Miller flies out. Rivera double play. There we go. Go to the 9th. New pitcher Bryce Wilson for them. Get a ground out. Montgomery with a solo shot makes it 5-1, and that's the final score of this game as Richard Duke gets the win. Jack Perkins takes the loss as we lead the series 3-1. Let's check out this box score. 2 hits for Rodriguez, 2 for Cavadas, 3 for Colas. Home runs by Rodriguez, Montgomery, and Cavadas. Offense stepped it up later in that game. Duke, 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, 1 run. 3 shutout innings by the bullpen. Saves the day there, and I would say that's a really, really good first impression there by Richard Duke. And he is not far away from the majors. Now we're going to drop down to AA. Trash Pandas are going to take on the Smokies. This time we're going to highlight Daniel Mateo. Mateo is our number 3 prospect, number 11 starting pitcher prospect in all the majors, and number 2 overall prospect. See what he's done. He had a rough first start of this season, but he's high up on the list of our prospects. It's probably going to take another year or 2, and then he'll be ready for the major leagues as well. And Bartolo Torres is going to lead things off here in the top of the first. First pitch swinging and smash right past Mateo, right into center field in Knoxville. First pitch swinging, get their leadoff man on. That'll bring in shortstop Ty Southenstein. First pitch to him. And he's first pitch swinging, a little pop fly, shallow right field. Ricky Garner's got to have that for the first out. That'll bring in Mac Horvath, second baseman, 1 on, 1 out. See what he's done on the year. AA's about a week behind AAA right now, so their stats are a little skewed. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and he swings through the slider and strikes out for the second out. That's the first K of the day for Mateo. That'll bring in Jimmy Crooks, the former Cardinal catcher. Got a full count on him. Here's the pitch from Mateo. And it's going to be a fly ball in the left center field. And Ramirez is going to have that, racing over to grab that for the third out. So we give up a leadoff single. Nothing else happens. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the mound for Knoxville is going to be Andrew Alvarez. See his numbers in his 1 start on the year. Let you know, I'm going to be showing the top 4 batters in the lineup for us. Rubio, Ling, Foster, Garner. Everybody else we're just going to sim. But I want to make sure you see Rubio, Ling, and Garner. Rubio, we just drafted him in the last draft. A potential left fielder. First pitch to him is a strike at the letters. Rubio's the number 12 prospect in baseball. Our number 2 and the number 1 left field prospect. So he's the one to keep an eye on for about 3 years down the road. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he swings through it and strikes out to start the bottom of the first for the Trash Pandas. Now I'll bring in second baseman Nelson Ling. See what he's done so far. The shortstop when we drafted him, moved him to second base. Better contact against lefties and righties. And he gets hit on the elbow. That's why he wears that big pad there. Now he's going to be on first. We have our first base run of the game for the Trash Pandas. That'll bring in Rio Foster with 1 on and 1 out. He's put up some power numbers in the minors, but he's not one of our top prospects. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a shot in the left field, and that's going to be caught by Cabrera. So that'll be the second out of the inning. That'll bring up our #1 draft pick from 2 years ago, Ricky Garner. See what he's done so far. Love to see that. He only hit like 236 last year, somewhere around there. Needs to improve his contact before he goes to the Salt Lake City Bees in AAA. And here's a ground ball to second base. Horvath has it, throws the first, and that's the third out. As both teams get a man on. Both teams fail to score. We're through 1. We go to the top of the second inning. Jeremy De La Rosa leading off. Might remember him from my White Sox draft-only franchise. Played some center field and left field. Down a count 0-2. And he swings through the slow curve and strikes out for the first out. That's K #2 for Mateo. Now bring in left fielder Joe Cabrera. See what he's done for the Smokies so far. He's ahead in count 1-0. Here's a pitch from Mateo. It's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Garner racing back to the track, to the wall, up against the wall, and he's got it. Wow, almost ran out of room. Lucky he held on after contact, and that's his second out. That'll bring in Carter Trice, the left fielder. Sorry, right fielder, my bad. He's down to count 1-2. Here's the pitch from Mateo. It's going to be a ground ball to third. Scooped there by Lorenzo. Throw to first, and there's 3 quick outs. So nice, easy inning there. 3 up, 3 down to go to the bottom of the second inning. Still scoreless. And Velasco's going to lead off the bottom of the second with a home run. So Trash Pandas are up 1-0, and now we got 2 on and 2 out. Rubio coming up. Chance to add to this 1-0 lead. Let's hop in here and see this at bat. See, 4 for 14 in the series. Struck out his first time in this game right here. 2-2 count. Here's a pitch from Alvarez. And it's going to be a ground ball to short. Scoop, flip to second, and they dodge a bullet there. So Smokies only give up 1 in the inning. So we strand a pair. We're through 2. It's 1-0, Rocket City. All right, top of the third, Reginald Preciado coming up. See, he's had a hot start to this season. Down on the count, 0-1. Here's pitch number 25 from Mateo. And it's a shot to right field, and that one is long gone. Off the Crazy Food concession stand there. Preciado with an absolute bomb to right center field. 409, 103.8 miles an hour. And I don't think Mateo wanted the ball in that particular location. Haven't seen him pitch enough to know if he's prone to the long ball like Siddiqui is, but whatever it is, you can't throw that pitch in the inner half. Belt high. He absolutely smoked that. Now we got a tie ball game at 1, just like that. That's going to bring in Ryan Kalmer, #9 hitter. Heading to count 3-1. Here's Mateo's pitch. And just misses for ball 4. So I get home run on the first batter, a walk in the second batter. Mateo pitching himself in a little trouble here in the third. Torres up now with 1 on and nobody out. First pitch to him. It's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Ramirez drifts back a couple of steps, and he's going to have that for the first out as the runner goes back to first. Going to bring in the shortstop, South Insane. Light out his first time. Down on the count now, 0-2. Here's Mateo's pitch. And it's going to be a smash in the center field. And drifting back, and Foster's going to have that for the second out. Runner has to go back to first. And Horvath steps in now with 1 on and 2 out. 1-1 game here in the third. Here's the pitch. There's a line shot into right field. Garner racing in, and he takes that waist high for the third out. So Preciado ties the game with the leadoff home run. That's all they would get in that inning as we go to the bottom half of the inning. See if the Trash Pandas offense can wake up. And Nelson Ling's going to lead things off here in the bottom of the third. Hit by pitch his first time. See if he can get a base hit this time. Here's the pitch from Alvarez. A high fly ball in the center field. De La Rosa drifting back. Shy of the warning track. He's got it. Outfield's pretty deep in that spot. That's the first out. That'll bring in Rio Foster. Normally a right fielder. He's playing center field this season. Got Garner over in right. Heading to count 1-0. Here's Alvarez's pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Diving stop by Preciado. Throws to first and a great scoop over there. Outstanding play for the second out. And that'll bring in Garner. Grounded out his first time. Definitely want to see improvement from him. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball second base. Horvath dives, knocks it down, and he's got no play as Garner's going to get an infield single. There we go. He's got some wheels, too. He can steal some bags. Brings up Velasco. Homered his first time. 1 on, 2 out. Here's a pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop's got it. Jump throw to first, and they got him by a long step. Great defensive play there by Southenstein. There you go. See him right there. As the Trash Pandas get a man on late and fail to score. We're still tied after 3. And Jimmy Crook's going to lead things off here in the top of the 4th inning. Having a great season, 6 for 19. He's down to count 1-2. Here's the pitch from Mateo, and there's a line shot in right field. Garner racing back, and it's gone. Wow, it just snuck over the wall. I thought it was going to hit the top of the wall, but it just kept carrying. He smoked it too, 106 mile an hour. That was just a laser beam. And the Smokies, 2 home runs in the last 2 innings. And now they take a 2-1 lead. Check this replay. That's just a laser beam. Hooked it, and it didn't get very high at all. Now we're down 2-1, and De La Rosa's up now, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Got to keep him off base. He's had a really good series. He's heading to count 3-1, though. Here's the pitch from Mateo. It's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Ramirez drifting back and shy of the track. He's going to have that for the first out. And I'll bring in Joe Cabrera. See what he's done on the season, in the game. Full count. Here's the pitch. And strike 3 at the knees. He takes the cutter. Was not protecting at all. Mateo with the big strikeout, number 3. And that'll bring in Carter Trice, the right fielder, 0 for 1 today. He's down in the count 0-2. Here's Mateo's pitch. It's going to be a fly ball in the right center field. Garner on the run, and he's got it. Nice long way to go. Nice running catch. But Jimmy Crooks, leadoff home runs, giving Knoxville a 2-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the 4th. And we didn't score in the 4th, so we go to the 5th. Preciado up again. Hit that long home run his first time. It's down to count 0-1. Here's the pitch from Mateo. And smash past him into center field for a base hit. That's his second hit of the day. Now Knoxville gets their leadoff man on again, bringing up Calmer. Playing first base today. Heading to count 3-1. Mateo needs to make a good pitch here. And ground ball to first. Throw to second for 1. Relay back to first. And there we go. 3-6-3 double play. Room service. Exactly what Mateo needed. So now we have nobody on and 2 out. Back to the top of the order. Torres. Broken bat. Pop fly behind third. And that's going to be caught for the 3rd out. So Knoxville got the first man on. And nothing happened after that as Mateo pitching out of a jam. Not maybe a big jam, but a little jam. We go to the bottom of the 5th. And leading things off for the Trash Panda is going to be Alexis Rubio, playing DH today. Can also play left field. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He's behind in the count 1-2. Here's Alvarez's pitch. And it's going to be a shot in the left center field. And that's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. Rubio's around first, digging for second. De La Rosa gets it back in, and Rubio's going to stay at second base with a leadoff double. There we go. Exactly what we need out of our leadoff guy. Hoping he develops really quickly. Got the bench all pumped, and that'll bring in Ling. He's 0 for 1. Hit by pitch. RBI chance right here. He's down in count 1-2, though. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the center field. De La Rosa racing back. Shy of the tracks. Got it. Rubio tags. Throw comes back in, and Rubio's going to be on third base. So now we have the tying run at third. Only 1 out. Foster up. Just need him to hit a ground ball to the right side or hit a fly ball and get this run home. And count 3-1. I'll take a walk, too. Here's the pitch from Alvarez. It's going to be a high fly ball down the right field line. Not very deep. Over by the line. That's going to be caught. Here's the tag. Nope. And they hold. He doesn't come in. It was just too shallow. So it missed the opportunity there. That'll bring in Ricky Garner now. It's going to take a hit to get this run home. He's 1 for 2 with an infield single. Heading to count 1-0 though. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Southensean's got it. Throw to first, and they get Garner. So wasted opportunity there. Had a leadoff double. Can't get him home. Knoxville Smokies pitching out of trouble as we go to the 6th. It's still 2-1. And leading things off, shortstop Southensean. First pitch to him, and here's going to be a pop fly into right center field. Garner on his horse, and he's got it on the run. There we go. Covered a lot of ground in this game. He's really good defensively. I'll bring in Horvath. He's 0 for 2 with a K today. Down to count 0-1. Here's Mateo's pitch. And it's a line drive caught by the third baseman. Lorenzo snagged that, kept it out of the corner. So we got 2 outs now. Jimmy Crooks up. His solo home run, his last at-bat's the difference in this game. See if Mateo can get him out this time. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be a high fly ball into right center field. Garner on the run, and he's got it. Man, that's like 3 long running catches he's made today. Taking away extra base hits. We go to the bottom half. We're still down 2-1. Velasco singles. Fleming, new pitcher comes in, Sanders. Fleming doubles, ties the game. Lorenzo doubles. Now we're up 3-2. Ramirez, 2-run shot. It's 5-2. Flores, new pitcher, Alberto Diaz comes in to face Flores. He reaches on an error. So now it's Rubio's time up again. 1 on and nobody out. Put up 4 runs in the inning. Here's the pitch to Rubio. There's a smash into center field, and it's going to drop in front of the center fielder. Perfectly placed over the shortstop. We're going to have 2 men on now and nobody out. That'll bring in Ling. Chance to really blow this game open. Down to count 1-2. Here's Diaz's pitch. It's going to be a tapper to first base. Grab, throw to second for 1. Relay to first, and a pitcher beats him to the bag. So 3-6-1 double play. Runner does move to third. Now it's going to take a hit to drive in this next run. Rio's 0 for 3. See if he can get off the schneid and get a hit here. Make this a 4-run game. He's down 1-2 though. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a high fly ball in the left field. Drifting back to the track. Oh, and it's caught right in front of the track. Thought that might get over his head and be extra bases. So did Foster. But we still put up 4 runs in the inning and have a 5-2 lead as we go to the 7th. Leading things off, De La Rosa is 0 for 2. Mateo still on the mound. Sitting at 71 pitches now. 2-2 pitch to De La Rosa. A little jam shot, and it's going to drop fair down the left field line. Ramirez gets it back in and holds him to a long single. Now they have a man on, nobody out. Cabrera up, he's 0 for 2. Mateo heading to count 1-2. Here's the pitch. A smash into right field. Garner racing back, and he's got it for the first out. Can't wait to have that defense out in right field for the Angels. That'll bring in right fielder Carter Trice with 1 on and 1 out. Here's the first pitch from Mateo. And it's going to be a line shot into center field. Now they're going to have the tying run at the plate now with 1 out. A runner goes to third, and he's just safe. Wow, I didn't think that was deep enough. De La Rosa daring on the base paths. And we're going to go to the pen. That's enough for Mateo. Pitched well. Gave up 2 hits in the inning. Don't want to get this game out of hand. And coming out of the pen, going to be Dan Murray. He's a deep potential, so don't get too excited about him. He's had a little rough start to the season. We're going to go back to Simming as Preciado gets a sac fly. Calmer with a single. Torres flies out, so they only get 1 in the inning. Garner walks, and I'm going to have him steal second. There we go. Velasco singles, men at the corners, nobody out. Fleming, sac fly. It's now 6-3, and a double play ends that inning. Go to the 8th. Strikeout, single, Crooks. We're going to go to the pen now, and we're going to bring in Pineda, who we just drafted. Left-hander, strikes out Crooks. and gives up a single and runners out on the base pass. So it's now 6-3 as they get a new pitcher coming in. Ramirez grounds out. Flores flies out. Rubio pops out. We go to the ninth. Back to the bullpen. Abe Vento, who we just drafted. He's our closer down here at AA. Gives up a one-out double to Trice. Preciado strikes out. Let's go watch him face Ryan Kalmer now. Man on second, 2 out. First pitch to him is low. Just missed it with the splitter. Kalmer's 1 for 2 with a single today. Everybody resets. Here's Vento's 1-0 pitch. And it's going to be fouled down the right field line. Even the count at 1. And the 1-1 pitch from Vento. Swings through that at the letters. Strike 2. Down to count 1-2 now. Vento trying to put him away. Here's the pitch. And he does. Strike 3 on the inside corner. Swings through it. And the Trash Pandas rally, come back and win this game. 6-3. Daniel Mateo gets the win. Abe Vento is third save as we even up this series at 2 games apiece. Let's check out this box score. See 2 hits for De La Rosa, 2 for Trice, 2 for Preciado. Our side, 2 for Rubio, 3 for Velasco, 2 for Fleming, 2 for Loranza. Home runs by Ramirez and Velasco. Garner with a steal. Mateo, 3 runs, 6 hits, a walk, 3 strikeouts, and 6 1/3. Bullpen throws 2 2/3 shutouts ball, and we get the win. And after those 2 starts by our pitching prospects, I decided to take a step back here, show you what we're doing in the sim so far. We lost 2 out of 3 to the White Sox, followed that up with 2 out of 3 losses to the Rangers, lost 2 out of 3 to the A's, but starting on the 15th with this win, we went on a roll. We win 8 out of 10 games, including a 5-game win streak right here. And we are in first place at 13-11. That's not saying that we're having a great season, but look at the rest of the teams in our division that are struggling. Only 2.5 games out of last place. But if you look at the standings, look at the rest of the divisions, look at all these teams that are sitting around 500. And the East is a mess. The Yankees are totally dominating. If you go to the wild card, we've only got 2 teams that are over 500. So this is an indictment on the rest of the teams. If I was able to make trades, I would probably make a couple of trades right now, go get us a third baseman and go get us probably a right fielder so we could win this division walking away. But that's not how this franchise works. Take a look at the stats real quick, give you a quick update. See, Edgar Mota still doing Edgar Mota things. His average is down to 279 at 8 home runs, 18 RBI. And Herrera's doing well, hitting 421, only 19 at-bats. But Nick Lofton has just been a find this year. He doesn't have the greatest ratings, but he's just producing at the bottom of the order. Keegan's doing well. Ryan Ward's bounced back a little bit. The guys we want to do well, Rada and Santana and Made, are all struggling. So just imagine what this team's going to look like once we get those guys producing. Pitching side, Derek Siddiqui, 46 strikeouts, 35 innings. He's 4-1 with a 1.01 ERA and an 0.73 WHIP. Freddie Lorenz with a 2.16 ERA. Medina with a 1.73 ERA. And check this out. We don't have the MVP up here, but we do have Siddiqui number 1 for Cy Young. He is not at the top of Rookie of the Year, which if he keeps going, he will be. But he is at the top for the Cy Young right now, and that's just because he's blowing everybody away with the strikeouts and the low ERA. It's very, very early. We're not even done with the month of April, but I wanted to give you an update here before we finish off this month. And I think once we get to this date right here, we will be completely done scouting that shortstop that I thought was generational, and I'll give you an update on him. And there it is, Ray Harvey, number 1 player. I told you he looked like he was generational with those flat ratings across the board, and we had to scout him 1 additional week to find out, but it says 84.99, 68.83, number 1 player in the draft, and that right there shows a generational player when they are flat across the board. Got a little more power against righties, a little more contact against righties. Gotta love that. And he's got great speed. He's just not going to steal a lot of bases. They always have one thing that they're down. They'll either have great stealing, or they'll have great stealing and speed, or their defense will be a little bit flatter. And I like the fact that his defense is good. And he can play second, short, or third. We don't need him at short, so he can either go to second or go to third base. But yeah, that's what you're looking for if you want to find a generational player.
And we are going to go in here and change this to first base because there was another guy I wanted to look at, this Pedro Rivera. Going to get him scouted up. I forgot to even do this last week. That's not good. Lost a week of gaining influence, but there we go. We found a generational player. Now we got to look for more because there's no guarantee he's going to last to our pick at number 5. And I didn't want to go the entire episode showing you no highlights, no gameplay from the Major League level. So we're going to hop into this game right here at Pittsburgh as we wrap up this road trip. We've already won 4 out of 5 and swept the Indians, swept the Guardians. My bad. It's just muscle memory. They're the Indians to me. We're sitting at 19-16, half game lead over the A's. We're going to player lock on Edgar Mota, struggling with the contact rate with his batting average, but not with his power. So we're just going to watch him bat in this game. Derek Siddiqui, you can see he's 5-1 with a 1.27 ERA. And we're just going to watch Mota bat. We're probably going to watch him bat another game against Milwaukee and another game against Minnesota. We'll get through this homestand and call it an episode. So probably 3 games of Mota player lock at bats, and then we'll wrap it up. Here we are, lovely PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Nice, beautiful day game for Game 3. There we are, it's Derek Siddiqui. Got a 5-game winning streak, looking for his 6th straight. This guy's just been incredible. I can't believe we got him at number 3. And Mota up here in the top of the first. Nobody on, 2 out. Takes a pitch inside. Santana walked and was caught stealing. See his numbers on the year. 11 home runs, 23 ribs. Just a lower batting average. And the 1-1 pitch from Hernandez. It's going to be a ground ball base hit up the middle. There we go. He always performs well on camera, so that's why I wanted to watch him get that batting average up closer to 300. Mota would be stranded in the first inning, and then the Pirates just put up 3 last inning, a couple of doubles, drove in all 3 runs. See if we can get his bat going. We got some other guys that need to step up, but Rada and Made and Santana have both been heating up lately, so if we can get these 4 guys going, we have a pretty good chance of winning this division. It's outside. Mota ahead in the count, 2-0 now. Here's the pitch. It's a shot, and that one's gone. There we go. All it takes is 2 at-bats. A single up the middle and a towering home run into right center field. We're on the board. Mota gets one of them back all by himself. Home run number 12 on the season. Need to shake the rest of the lineup up. Get these guys driving in runs as well. Check this replay. Wow. Belt high, and he just lost it. High towering shot. Need more of that. And Kalai Rosario follows that up with a solo shot inside the left field foul pole. It's 3-2 Pittsburgh. There we go. Need that protection behind him in the order. Back to back on camera. Wasn't going to show Rosario, but it wouldn't let me back out and go to quick manage, so we had to watch this AB. And there you go. And Alex Benelis with a RBI triple drives in 2 more. We're up 4-3. What a big outburst, both last half inning and this one. And they get the run right back on a double by Alexander. And another double. Siddiqui having his worst outing at the majors. All right, we're back down a run now. Mota up 2 for 2 with a single and a home run. Check swing for a strike. He's having a great series. Whenever he's struggling, all I got to do is hit record and he'll take off. And Mota's worked the count full now. You can draw a walk or get another base hit. Here's Hernandez's pitch. And it's gone, another one! Way up into the right field stands. Looks like he hit it out of the park. 456, my goodness. 111 miles an hour, 456. He hit it clear out of the ballpark. And we are tied. Wow. What a way to wrap up this episode. Look at this replay. Another belt-high pitch, and he did not miss any of that one. High, towering shot. Way out of here. Into the river. There we go. And Taylor Ward with a solo shot gets in the lead back. And Siddiqui's done. I was trying to get him through there and maybe get a win, but we're going to have to take him out. We're going to go with Brito. And a 3-run homer by Connor Griffin. It's now 9-5 Pittsburgh. Mota steps in the box again. Mate singled and stole second, so he's there with 1 out. See Mota 3 for 3 on the day with 2 bombs. And counts even at 2. Here's the pitch from Banda. And it's going to be a ground ball to short, backhand there, throw across, and they finally get him for the first time today. And Connor Griffin, his second home run of the day, makes it 10-5. And Jesus Mate, another single, another stolen base. So Mota's going to come up one more time. We're down 5 here in the 9th. All right, see what Edgar could do here. 3-hit day, 2 home runs. Pitch high for ball 1. Got that average up over 290 now. Mota ahead in the count now, 2-1. Here's Mlodzinski's pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Scoop there, throw to first, and that's going to be ball game. Our pitching falters today. Got to love the performance by Edgar Mota. Look at his box score real quick. 2 hits for Mate, 2 steals, 3 hits for Mota, 2 home runs. Rosario with 2 hits and a home run. Lofton with 2 hits. And Siddiqui with his worst outing as a professional. Bullpen didn't do much better. Only Tyson Miller held him scoreless. And the very next game, start of this 6-game homestand against Milwaukee, Game 1, Freddie Lorenz gets the win, goes to 4-1, 7 shutout innings. Foley gets his 11th save, and Edgar Mota hits another home run, goes 2 for 3 with a walk, up to 299 average. Not sure why Ryan Ward was batting leadoff, but we'll have to look into the lineups here. And on the scouting side, Pedro Guevara does not come in nearly what I was hoping to have him. Still kind of flat, but he can't field for squat. And 6'5", 233 is probably more of a first baseman. We don't need one of those, although he could play third base, but not with that glove. And now we'll hop into this Game 3 against Milwaukee as we go for another sweep. We're at 21-17. Brewers are 24-17. Really good test here as Freddie Peralta takes on Tony Gonsolin. And a bright sunshiny day for this 3rd game of the series as we, like I said, go for the sweep. And the Brewers would not score in the top half. Mota's up now with nobody on and 2 outs. He takes strike 1. Here on Mother's Day with the pink bats. See Mota, 14 home runs, 27 ribs. And Edgar ahead in the count, 3-1. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball to first, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. And Mitchell with a solo shot gets the Brewers on the board. And we would load the bases last half inning and not score. Santana just walked and stole second base. So now we have tying run at second. Only 1 out. Mota grounded out his first time. Mota down on the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swings through it and strikes out for the 2nd out. Fooled him with that changeup. And Mota back up here in the bottom of the 5th. Mate got hit by a pitch, stole second base. So tying run again at second base. Fouls that one off. Desperately need another bat in this lineup behind him. Protect him. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's foul ball down the right field line. Eggers work the count full now. Tying run at second. Here's the pitch. It's a high fly ball into left center field. Racing back to the track, to the wall. It's 1 hop off the wall. Mate scores. This game is tied, and Mota's in with an RBI double. Clutch 2-out hit there by Edgar. See his 9th of the season. See this replay. Looks like he just missed it. Hit a little bit too high. Wind's blowing out as well. 1 hop right there. That gets this game tied up. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. New pitcher for the Brewers. Going to be Luke Little. See what he's done on the season. Leading things off for the Angels, Edgar Mota. Still sitting at 299. Taps that foul. Tied the game his last at-bat with an RBI double. He's having another great series. Edgar down on account 0-2. Here's the pitch from Little. Swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt and strikes out as they throw down to first. And Alec Boehm gives him the 2-1 lead with a solo shot here with 2 out in the 10th. Now we pick it up. Tying run at second base. Mate singled and stole second. Their closer, Abner Uribe, on the mound. It's a strike on the corner there for 0-2 count now on Mota. Going to have to come through. 2-strike hit again. Here's Uribe's pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball up the middle, diving stop, throw to first, and they get him. But Mate moves to third base with only 1 out. We're going to stay right here and watch this. Kalai Rosario, if he can get a ground ball to the right side of the infield, fly ball to the outfield, we'll have a tie ball game here. Check swing for strike 1. Rosario, 1 for 4 today, 4 for 12 in the series. Rosario down on the count now, 1-2. Got to put this ball in play. The bad habit of striking out. Here's the pitch, and he strikes out, as I said, needed to make contact. Now it's going to come up to Nelson Rada, struggling at 211, but he's 1 for 2 today. Clutch 2-out hit right here would tie this game. That's pitch high for a ball. See what he's done on the season. Only 3 home runs and 9 RBI. Like I said, he's been struggling, trying to move him around the order. And Rada down on the count 1-2. Here's the pitch from Uribe. And takes strike 3 on the outside corner, man. Swing the bat. We take the loss as the Brewers rally late. Look at this box score. 3 hits for Boehm, 2 for Frelick, 2 for Wilkin. Home runs by Mitchell and Boehm. Peralta pitched great for them. Bullpen did even better. Our side, Mate a hit and a run. Mota a hit and an RBI. 2 hits for Cross. Stole 3 bags. Gonsolin, 11 strikeouts in 6 innings, but Tyson Miller, 1 bad pitch. And we lose 2-1. And we win the first 2 games against the Twins. Win game 1, 1-0. 3 hits for Santana. Home run by Kalai Rosario was the only run of the game as Medina pitched great 6 innings. Bullpen 3 no-hit innings. And then game 2, we win 12-2. 3 hits for Mate, 4 hits for Rada, including 2 home runs. Drives in 6. Biggio, 3 hits, drives in 3. Triple shy of the cycle. Mota doesn't get a hit, but he walks 3 times. Santana walks twice. Siddiqui gives up 10 hits, but only 2 runs, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk. It's about what I expected. It's got a low hits per 9, but great strikeouts and walks per 9. And he moves to 6-2 on the season. And now we're going to hop in and watch Mota bat in this game against the Twins. Dean Kramer against Freddie Lorenz as Freddie goes for win number 5. And bright sunshiny day as the Angels go for the sweep against the Twins. One more shot here of Edgar Mota. One more player lock. See what he's done last 7 games. 3 home runs, hitting .393 with a 1357 OPS. I think that's kind of good, guys. Pick it up here. Edgar Mota, nobody on, 2 out, bottom of the first. Twins went down 1-2-3 in their half. He takes strike 1 right at the knees. See, 14 home runs, 28 ribs, hitting .291. Back at the top of the MVP race, though. Down and count 1-2. Here's the pitch from Kramer. And he chases and strikes out for the 3rd out. Gavin Biggio gets us on the board first. Rosario with a leadoff double. Biggio gets an RBI single. And Tate with a solo homer ties things up here in the top of the 3rd. Pinellas gets us back on top with an RBI single after a Keegan leadoff double. Now bring Edgar Mota back up now. 1 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the pitch from Kramer. Strike right down the middle. And the 0-1 pitch from Kramer. And it's going to be a shot into left center field. And it's going to drop in front of the center fielder. As this inning continues, base hit by Mota. Sends the runner to 3rd. So 1st and 3rd and 2 out. And Kalai Rosario has a chance to expand this lead. And he would strike out to end the inning. And a sack by J.J. Bleday ties this game up here in the 5th. Double by Martin makes it 4-2 as Freddie runs into trouble. And Mota's going to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th as we're down 4-2. See if he can get a rally started. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Kramer. Going to be a high fly ball in the center field, and the center fielder is going to be under that and have that for the 1st out. Here Mota's up one more time here, bottom of the 8th, down 2. Nobody on, 1 out. Moda ahead in the count 3-1. Trying to work a walk, get a base hit, get this inning started, and swings way out in front of the slider. Now we have full count. Nobody on, 1 out. Here's Sousa's pitch. And it's going to be a base hit into right center field. That's going to get down and go all the way to the wall as Moda is going to get into second base and have a 1-out double. Get this rally going. There we go. Double number 10. And Rosario with a 2-run shot, and this game is tied. Now Moda's up, leading off the bottom of the 10th, facing Sir Anthony Dominguez. He is a double and a single today. Got the last rally started. See if you can get one going here. Big fly would be very helpful. Just a walk-off win. There's going to be a ground ball to short. Scoop there, throw across, and they get him by a step. And 3 straight singles off Ginkel makes it 5-4 Twins. And Minnesota would hang on to win this game 5-4, winning in extra innings. But the Angels do win the series 2 out of 3. Dominguez win, Ginkel loss, Clevenger his 10th save. Check out this box score. 2 hits for Keishel, 2 for Wallner, home run by Tate. Our side, 1 hit by Santana, 2 by Moda, 4 by Rosario, 2 by Biggio, home run by Rosario, stolen base by Santana. Freddie gives up 4, and Ginkel, 3 straight batters, gives up 3 singles, and we lose this game. And we're going to stop things right here. You can see our record on the season, 23-19. We're 1 game behind the A's in the division, 1 game ahead of the Astros, 2 ahead of the Rangers. And we are the number 1 wild card right now, one of only 3 teams that are over 500 that are not leading a division. Stat-wise, real quick, 14 home runs by Moda, 28 ribs. Lofton second with 18. That's not saying much for the rest of these guys. 13 steals by Santana, 13 by Made. Pitching side, Siddiqui, 79 strikeouts in 60 innings. He and Lorenz are pitching great. Medina's pitching great. Tyson Miller having a great season out of the pen. So is Jimenez. And Jason Foley, 0.59 ERA, 0.98 whip. Just got to get him more opportunities. But that's going to wrap it up right there. I know I haven't shown you a ton of the scouting. That's just because some of these guys that are 18 years old take 3 to 4 weeks to scout out. So next episode, we will take it all the way up to the draft week, and I will give you a detailed scouting report at the end of that episode before we go into the draft. Give me more time to get some of the position players scouted. We'll have a lot of pitchers scouted by then. But that's going to wrap things up. So if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live. And I will see you soon with the month of May, the rest of the month of May, and all of June into the first week of July with the Angels Draft Only franchise. You have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.